Mass presents a rattling intense story with a conflict that once unveiled had me on board from start to finish. It revolves around a simple event with two couples meeting each other after tragedy tore their lives apart. One had their son being killed in a school shooting, and on the other side are the parents of the young man that committed the crime. I'm a sucker for character-driven films that take place in one single location and rely on dialogue for 90% of the time. It makes me feel I'm watching a masterclass stage play where the cast may improvise and powerfully transcend beyond the limits of their skills and show emotions without shame. And Mass thrives in every single aspect when it comes to that. It gave me enough to hold on to while crafting a contained situation that is anxiety-inducing to its core, because the characters are always on the verge of bursting into rage or tears, and as the movie develops, you're always anticipating the next argument, as each person has to be cautious with every single word that might be taken wrongly, therefore poking wounds. The goal here is to find common ground, to somehow find catharsis through forgiveness and have some comfort while having answers that will never be 100% therapeutic, but serve as some form of solace within so many convoluted and heart-wrenching feelings. So with that being said, that's where this movie hurts the most for me, and by the time it ended, it clicked in a very desolating way. Leading to the credits scene, Mass displays pretty well how much pain comes with dealing with guilt for the rest of your life, as opportunities to be with a deceased loved one fade, and you always seek something that makes you recall good things about them. But here, given the situation presented, both families deal with that distinctly, yielding imminent repercussions for one side. This is not a win-win situation, and the way that the killer's parents leave at the end and then the mom comes back to tell one particular story about how abusive her son had become before the tragic event. It's disheartening to watch, and also when both mothers hug each other was very substantial to the film's message. There's this lack of equilibrium at the end that leaves you with a gut-punching sense of despair concerning their side of the story, and what leads to feeling marked till the end of their days. One family might gain some fleeting relief with forgiveness from time to time, but the other won't, due to what their son did. Guilt will always be their arbor when bad days come, and they'll never feel free of the thought that they could have done something to save him. Acting-wise, it's pitch perfect and emotionally enchanting. Every single cast member delivered so much, enriched by a lot of dialogue that goes straight to the point. Regarding its screenplay, this movie doesn't need any complex actions to fill pages, because the content of the dialogue is already worth a story for the runtime it has. And the cast carried every single minute with such meticulous handling. And I say this because it's so easy for a movie with the subjects this one portrays to fall into a pit of pretentiousness, but gladly this one does exactly what I love about crafting a story with this genre. Focusing on a conversation that is humanly authentic, and not being safe with cliché tropes. The cinematography is minimalist and quite ingenious. Since it's centered in one place, everything is managed to make you feel in the moment. There are shots here that play along with people's emotions. For instance, a few shaky camera aspects when something is about to go wrong, or cutting to a very eerie shot in the midst of a heated conversation. It's an outstanding movie with so much weight on what it's trying to transmit, and it definitely deserves a place on my top of 2021. After thinking for quite a bit, I feel like putting it in number 6. Have you seen Mass? If you did, let me know your thoughts on it. Also, if you found my channel and you like what I do here, consider subscribing, and I'll see you in the next video. See ya.